if you look at Racing for Heroes, it is what it sounds like. I mean, it has to do with veterans in motorsports, but the end goal is to address the issues facing the veteran community, the topmost being the suicide epidemic that is facing the veteran community, with 22 deaths a year, 22 deaths a day across the country. And, that's been like that for about the past decade. And so, it really requires that kind of community effort to help stem that. So, things we do at Racing for Heroes is what we try to do is we try to create a community of veterans that are working together on their race cars because, they're kind of getting that task and purpose again to work together on, something, in this case, a race car, and they get on the track and they might be working on things like their PTSD, where they're super focused and they get that same adrenaline rush while they're in the race car. We also have other programs such as community outreach. And as you can see right now, I'm here at WVOX 1460 AM in New Rochelle, New York. And, I know that we're working with you as well, but this is part of our outreach where we're talking to drivers, we're talking to supporters, we're talking to people that are working in the nonprofit space helping veterans so that we can talk about what they do in order to support the veteran community. Even today, we have people that will be on the radio that will be talking about why they're doing racing that's helping the veteran community, because when they end up on the podium for a race, when they win, they get to talk about what they want to talk about. And they can talk about the 22 deaths a day. They can talk about homelessness in the veteran community, employment issues, housing, you name it. But it's all about veterans helping veterans, and people who want to support the veteran community helping veterans as well, because everyone in the country knows someone who served in the military or may still be serving in the military, even though the numbers are about 3% of the country have served. So, and that number's reducing every day as, people from, prior wars, are dying. So, that's pretty much Racing for Heroes in a nutshell. Yeah. So our founder is Mike Evok, and he is still the chairman of the board for Racing for Heroes, which is a 501c3 with our main headquarters down in Alton, Virginia, which is where Virginia International Raceway is. Mike is a former U.S. Army Special Forces Green Beret, as people kind of tend to know them, 7th Group Chief Warrant Officer. And when he retired from the military, he was looking for something to focus on that would give him that sense of community back again, as well as have an opportunity to really get focused on something that would give him that same kind of adrenaline rush that he had in the military. As many of veterans know, it's just not the same intensity that you're dealing with, when you're in the military, especially when you're forward deployed. And, that is a piece that a lot of us miss. So, Mike will tell you, like, when he's in that race car and he's going around the track, he's back being focused in the same way he was when he was in uniform. And that is really critical. So Mike founded Racing for Heroes in very large part to really kind of harness that veteran community, bring us together in order to focus on the racing and the motorsports, but also add supports in along the way that are programs that are complementary to what the Veterans Administration is doing, for example.
It was through all the medicine I was taking, all the drugs I was taking. I had a headache. I couldn't go outside for 3 days sometimes because of the sun. It's a migraine that bad it hurt to move your eyes. And it was constantly pounding and would never go away. I got a 9mm, had a hollow point in it. I was going to do it. I was going to do it right. I wasn't going to do it half-ass. I was looking at it, had the hammer back, grabbed it. It was going to my mouth in 30 seconds. And the phone rang. It was Mike. Hey, brother, let's go racing.
I created Racing for Heroes because it really helps us reach out to other veterans. For example, if I grab a veteran and I bring him in with us, take him out racing, put him in charge of something, he feels like a task and purpose again. He feels like a whole human being. He feels complete. He has meaning again. He has his team with him again. He feels part of a military unit again, and that's what these kids need. The racing aspect is really good because I don't have to change the sport. I can change the machine. I don't have to take the guy and alter the volleyball net. I don't have to change the football field. I can take a guy, take a car, tailor the car to the guy, and he can compete with the same class of people that are doing the same competition worldwide.
I mean, I have never had an experience like this before. We love the speed, we like being out in nature.
Laughing.
And laughing.
Racing for Heroes, for me, is just being able to be surrounded by essentially just the word brotherhood. They understand where you're coming from, like you don't have to be singled out. They just accept you for you. But Racing for Heroes is a way for us just to feel the adrenaline, being in the car, being with our brothers, just laughing and enjoying the time.
I'm kind of in a dual role here, not only as a PTSD guy, but also as a therapist as well. So for me, it's awesome to see a group of people that come together and work as a team here. The hardest thing I faced when I came back was probably myself, actually. I had no idea how to deal with people I lost, the things I had seen. I really didn't know how to be a normal, average, run-of-the-mill community member. I didn't know how to be anything but in the Army. I often tell people the 3 hardest words I ever had to say in my life, and it's an easy summary, were I need help. Being able to drive through the desert without that fear of knowing I'm gonna get blown up is to realize that we're not there anymore, that we can kind of turn off some of those things that kept us alive over there. It's honestly just being around other vets and seeing the laughing and the smiling and the storytelling and, you know, the support, and everybody's got each other's back. It's the purpose and people are what matter.